So, tonight, a big piece of MLB news broke tonight and validated that Shohei Ohtani is apparently off the trade block. Now, this is from an American League executive, and they have to keep all the names anonymous and stuff. But apparently, they told, what was it, not Sports Center. I forget, whatever publication they told him that Ohtani's off the trade market, so the Angels will not be trading him. And I think this is a giant mistake, honestly. So here's my thoughts on it. I think Ohtani should be traded because the Angels aren't making the playoffs. They're like, okay, let's do one final push, and then maybe we can make the playoffs. No. Okay, let's break down this roster right now. So you have Shohei Ohtani, like the greatest player ever. Mike Trout's hurt, okay? He still has a fractured rib bone or whatever. Not rib bone, wrist bone. And so, he's not coming back to like the middle of August, end of August, and then Anthony Rendon, he's out again, the guy you're paying $245 million for. He's hurt, so, that's normal. And then the rest of these players are just depth players, like Hunter Renfroe, you still have Joey Showa, you still have Brandon Drury, I think. What's his name? Mickey Moniak is doing good. And then for your starting pitcher, you have Ohtani, and you have, like, Reed Detmer, Patrick Sandoval. This is not a playoff-worthy team, okay? This team, if they do make the playoffs, they're going to get swept in the ALDS just like the last time they made the playoffs in 2014, okay? So this team is not playoff work, and they don't even have a difficult path to make the playoffs. So right now they're 4 games out. So let's look at the teams that are ahead of them. So you have the Orioles, Twins, and the Rangers. So they're all leading their division. And then in the wild card, you have the Rays, the Astros, the rest of the teams in the AL East with the Blue Jays, Red Sox, and Yankees. And then you get to the Angels. But you look right behind them, you have the Mariners and the Guardians. So that's like 11-ish team that are still in the playoffs hunt. Like, the only team that aren't in the playoff hunt right now as of the end of July are the Royals, White Sox, Tigers, and the Oakland Athletics. But watch out, the Athletics are only like 29 games out. They're going to go on this huge win streak, make the playoffs, win the World Series. I'm calling it right now. A's are going to be your 2023 World Series champion. But seriously, there's like 11 teams that are still in this. And the Angels aren't even first in their division. And so you take that into account. And so they say they're going to keep Ohtani. What if, so they made this announcement on Wednesday, watch them go on a 5-game losing streak, and then it's like Monday night or something like that. They're like, okay, we're now 52-49. We lose 5 straight games. D3? I think that's 52-53 if I did my math quickly correct. And then they're like, okay, we went from being in it to out of it. Like, I don't see them passing the Rangers and the Astros. The only way the Guardians are making the playoffs if they take the AL Central crown from the Twins, but that's such a weak division that it's possible. And then, like, Shohei can't do everything, so I don't see this. No, I don't see this working out. Like, the Mariners are in the Angels division, and so I can see the Mariners passing the Angels as well. And the Angels have a very tough schedule coming up, apparently, from what I heard. Like, the Red Sox, the Braves, I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, but and then also the Rays could pass the Orioles, and the Astros could pass the Twins. Well, not currently right now, because the Rangers are currently winning 13-3. But the point is that this Angel team is not going to do anything in the playoffs if they do make the playoffs. Like, they're not making the LCS, because that's like Astros, Rays, Rangers, Orioles type territory. I could see them. And then they're definitely not making the World Series, because they would get smashed by any team. The Brewers, the Dodgers, the Braves, any team there would beat them in the World Series. So they should have just traded Shohei Ohtani, because they were talking about getting the Juan Soto-esque package back for Shohei Ohtani. If you remember, Juan Soto, he got a haul last year, like multiple prospects, C.J. Abrams, Mackenzie Gore, Robert Hassel III, James Wood, and then even got Luke Boyd for like the majors. So what team would you trade him for? I have no clue, but I think they should trade him. I think they should just forward in the season, because like I said, Trout's out, not much starting pitching. It's not looking good. And then Artie Moreno can't re-sign him. I don't think they're going to pay him $500 million. Like, I know they gave Mike Trout a bag. I know they gave Rendon a bag. I know they love signing huge contracts that don't work out, like Josh Hamilton and Albert Pujols. But not that I'm saying that Shohei's going to fall off like Pujols and Hamilton do after signing those massive contracts, but I don't see him signing back with the Angels. So, this is just a loser move for the Angels all around. I think they totally should have traded him and gotten some prospects back. So, huge loss. Of course, the Angels want to make a trade right after I'm done with it, like an hour and a half later. They do the Lucas Giolito trade. So, if you're not at the speed, the Angels and White Sox made a trade. Lucas Giolito and Renato Lopez going to the Angels for the Angels' second and third ranked prospects. I kind of went into more detail on this on a different video, but long story short, still think the Angels aren't making the playoffs, and they're probably going to lose in the wild card round, even though they have Renato Lopez, Giolito, Ohtani, Detmers, all this pitching, along with other players like Zach Nato and Mike Moustakas, for example, just to throw some names out there. So I still think this doesn't put them over. They have to do a bit more move to convince me that they are playoff bound and they're going to make it far in the playoffs and not lose Shohei Ohtani in free agency, but we will see.